So really quickly, I just wanted to go over what's happening with the dollar. If I start from the monthly, you can see we finally broke out of that level that we've been fighting against for so long. On the monthly, technically it's not a breakout yet because you do need another monthly bullish candle, but everything's lining up. But more importantly, we are maintaining and creating support above this major level right here. And that's the key. Um, on top of that, we have point A, point B, perfect pullback. It's a daily setup. I started wondering about buys after this candle right here. And then this candle created, well, support, honestly, with that second, like, what do you call it, gravestone doji or whatever. And then, so with all that being said, I do expect it to be a little bit something like a day. Long term, long term, right? And since that's the case, I do have, so I have a bearish bias for GU gold. And I think these are gonna go bearish too. Uh, they're not as convincing as GU, which is why I'm in that one. See with this one, if my bias is bearish, I want to wait for it to come up to a level that you could see on the weekly time frame. You see here, immediately to the left, we tap into this resistance level. We close as a bearish candle. And then in my head, I'm like, okay, we already closed as a bearish candle. A second bearish candle will be nothing but a double top on the daily time frame, which would only further prove or just be an extra confluence to to this trade. Um, oh, how do we get a dead off? Clear all drawings. All right. But But yeah, and also 61.8%, all the good things. It's nice. It looks nice. She looks nice. And now it's the same inverse with USD CHF because I actually bought after this bullish candle because I'm like, it's almost too clean. All right. And then this is a monthly level. So, that's good. First take profit here, second there, third back to that major key level. And the reason why I'm buying this pair. It's because on the monthly time frame, um, this is a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. And we're breaking right now because we're actually making supports above this level of that used to be resistance. But again, the main driver for me to have this bias that makes me so confident is what the dollar itself is doing. And got the same story on USD JPY. At first, I wasn't looking at it too much because I was like, I really want for price to come into a level like where the weekly support is like right next to me. But I realized genuinely, I think I was asking for just a little bit too much. And it's more so like, hey, understand that when the weekly, when price taps into a weekly level that's directly to the left, that's a nice high probability confluence, but it doesn't have to be necessary for a very high probability trade. It's just like the cherry on top, which is what happened here with no, 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 with GU. Yeah, that happened with GU. So yeah, right now I'm in. Oh, also okay. So I'm in this trade also. I'm still chilling with this. I do expect it to pull back some, but whenever that is, I already took like 10-20% of my profits up here. So I'm just gonna let that run. And once it does pull back, I'm definitely gonna get in to continue writing this because again, I go to the highest time frame possible. And you see that this level used to be used as resistance. So right now, all we're doing is tapping back into that level. I drop to the 3 month and I see how the previous 3 month close. And it gets really obvious as to who's in control at the moment. Or really who's in control for the next quarter, the next 3 months. Drop down to the weekly. We see that the weekly is just, higher lows and higher highs, higher lows, higher lows. That's all I need to see in order to be confident with the trade. So we'll see how these trades play out. We have FOMC tomorrow, so I do expect a lot of volatility for the dollar. So we'll see. Also, Euro, this one here. I was going back and forth with it, right, on like whether it's in a good place for buys, but I just don't think it is at the moment. I need to see this level, cleared. And right now it's even though I do have a double bottom on the daily time frame, like I'd rather just be able to, pull on my fibs to do something like that. And at the moment it's just not there right now, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But yeah, that's really all I'm looking at. Happy trading, y'all.